What if you felt empty your entire life, but didn't know why? What if you looked at siblings bonding and felt a jealousy you couldn't explain? This is the story of a woman who traveled to India searching for her mother, but found something she never expected. Her own twin brother. Welcome to Reunion Archives. Her name is Kiran. She was 3 years old when she left India. A Swedish couple adopted her from an orphanage in Surat, Gujarat. They were warm, loving people who gave her everything. But something always felt missing deep inside her heart. Kiran says, "My parents never made me feel different. They told me to be proud of who I am. But still, there was an emptiness." She watched her two younger siblings bond with each other. The way they looked at each other and cared made her feel jealous. She knew something was missing. As she grew older, the questions grew louder inside her mind. Who was she really? Where did she come from? Why did she feel so incomplete? In 2000, her adoptive family traveled to Surat with her. They wanted to help her find answers to her questions. She returned again in 2005 with a study group. But still, she found nothing. The questions only got stronger. Back in Sweden, Kiran started researching. She found more details about the orphanage where her life began. By 2010, she made a firm decision. She would find her birth mother no matter how long it took. But she had no idea how to begin such a difficult search across the ocean. Then in 2016, Kiran attended a lecture that changed everything. A man named Aaron was speaking. He was also adopted from India. He talked about his legal fight to find his birth mother. His words sparked something deep inside Kiran. She contacted him immediately after the lecture ended. Aaron connected her with a child protection worker named Anjali, who promised to help with the search. Anjali's investigation led to an incredible breakthrough. She found Kiran's mother, a woman named Sandhya. She worked as a maid in Surat, living a simple life far from her daughter. Kiran learned she was only 2 years old when her mother left her at the orphanage. But her mother never stopped caring. She visited often and left her work address with the staff. Kiran gathered all this information and felt hope rising in her heart for the first time. In April, she traveled to India with a friend to continue the search in person. She visited the place where her mother used to work, hoping for new information. But no one knew where Sandhya was now. They didn't even know if she was still alive. However, they gave Kiran something incredibly precious that day, a photograph of her mother. Kiran says, "I look exactly like her. There's no doubt at all." It was an emotional moment, but an even bigger shock was coming that she could never have imagined. Anjali found Kiran's birth certificate buried in old records, and on that certificate lay a secret. Kiran had a twin brother she never knew existed anywhere in the world. She says, "I couldn't believe it. All my questions suddenly made perfect sense. I was in emotional shock. It was absolutely incredible. The emptiness now had a name. Now she had to find him and complete the missing piece of her soul." Fortunately, the search for her brother was easier this time than she expected. A family in Surat had adopted him. He was now a successful businessman in the same city. But meeting him wouldn't be simple at all. His adoptive family never told him the truth. They never revealed he was adopted. They hesitated to share this difficult information. It took many efforts to convince them to tell him about his past. Finally, the long-awaited day arrived. Twins separated at birth meeting for the first time. They were both 33 years old when they finally looked into each other's eyes. Kiran says, "We found each other, but our minds were full of endless questions. The atmosphere was heavy with deep emotion. No one knew what to say first." She learned something beautiful that day. Her brother said he always felt something missing too. He felt the same emptiness inside. The same incompleteness haunted him across the ocean. Their souls were connected even though continents kept them apart for 33 years. They said goodbye. That day, it all felt so unreal, like a beautiful dream. They didn't talk much. There was simply too much emotion to process at once. But they planned to meet again very soon to continue their conversation. The next day, they gathered at Kiran's hotel room to talk more privately. They talked for hours. They shared their lives. They cried together finally. Kiran says, "He's afraid of losing me again after finally finding his other half. He didn't want me to go to the airport alone. He left the hotel before me just to avoid the pain." When they separated, he hugged her tightly, holding on like he would never let go. Then he left quickly with his father. Unable to bear the separation again, Kiran felt the emptiness return, but now it felt completely different inside her. Now she finally understood why it was always there haunting her all these years, and she had something beautiful to look forward to for the very first time. Her brother made a promise. Next year, they would celebrate their birthday together in Sweden, twin siblings separated by an ocean, but reunited by love and science finally. 33 years of emptiness inside her were now completely filled with hope. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe to Reunion Archives for more emotional reunions. And let us know in the comments, have you ever felt like someone was missing from your life? Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next story.